Hey, welcome back to the Marieverse. I'm Marie, and today I'll be talking about the language just a little bit, how people drive, and the punctuality people here. Now I'm going to talk about the language. I used to think it was only English words, but Japan takes words from any language, any and every language, and they add their own pronunciation to it. They'll be like English words, but you pronounce them completely differently. And that threw me off quite a bit when I got here, trying to pronounce the words in the Japanese way, the words I already know so that they understand what I'm saying. It's a lot of words too. And of course, being American, I thought it was only English words, but it's words from all over. Like if somebody's a part time worker, you call them arubaito. And that is part time in another language. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to say the wrong one. Okay. And like if you want to say sports, you say sports or toilet, toilet. Like, you have to pronounce it in that way. It's not racist. You have to pronounce it in that way or it will not be understood. I like to say they're the kings and queens of taking words from other people's languages and like spinning their own pronunciation on it. But then in America, I'm pretty sure Americans usually do that too. Like with Spanish words, such as tortilla. I know some people will mispronounce it, but I thought since, it's like a melting pot, well, it was before recent changes. We're not going to talk about no politics over here, though. They would pronounce it as the origin pronunciation. But it looks like that might not be the case because many people mispronounce many things. So here, you got many words that are pronounced in a Japanese way that are still also English words, like television, terebi. So many, so many. So it's kind of hard to get used to, but you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Now, a lot of people might want to fight me on this one. And to that I say, put them up, pal. I think the Japanese are good drivers. It's really hard to get a license here, and they have to pass all those really difficult tests. It's much harder than in the States. I haven't tried, but I've heard from other people that it's really hard to get a license here. And for my first few months here, I hadn't even seen a car accident. I tell you, it's so peaceful, so peaceful. It was very peaceful, i.e., I was so bored that when I first saw a car accident, I literally got excited. I was like, oh my God, it's my first time seeing this here. And there was no damage to the vehicles. It was just like, okay, they bumped into each other, so they stopped, and then a police officer came. In fact, I saw another car accident recently where literally a piece of the car was like broke off the car, and there were like two cars there. There was a lady talking to a man, and the man kind of like went like this, like, and then opened the car door. It was clear that she hit him, right? He opened the car door, and like an old man got out of the car with a cane and was like hobbling out. She hit him in the back, so she's fricked, absolutely fricked, because that's where they were sitting. The old man got out and started wobbling. He went and like tried to pick up one of the pieces off the car. Op- Open the other door. Okay, the other door goes open and an old lady comes hobbling out with a cane, and that one too, she's screwed. If this was America, that'd be all her money gone. So, anyways, that was entertaining. I always jump for joy because it's like, y'all know that I'm from Florida. So it's much more chaotic there. No peace, none. It's insane. So that's what I was coming from. So I wasn't used to the peace. I'm still kind of not. And so whenever I see something like that, I'm like, oh, snap. Things are getting crazy. Nah, but I think they're really good drivers. I think they're really good drivers because I have rarely seen car accidents here. I could probably count on my hand how many car accidents I've seen. Another thing is Japanese people are extremely punctual. Okay. So that color people time, that CPT, it do not work here. They're so punctual that some things will start before the starting time. It is exasperating. If you get there right on time, you're late. Okay, you should already be seated, already got your things down, everything ready to stand. Attention, bow. Okay, Kyotskere in this bit. That's how punctual they are here. So prepare yourself for that if you plan on coming. Prepare yourself. If you're late, you're missing a good chunk. I tell you that much. Finally, I'd like to talk about a little something that happened to me earlier this week. So there are trains you could take home depending on if you live near the train line. And if my bus comes maybe 2, 3 minutes early, I can take them trains. Trying to get my zen. I'm literally, I'm literally going into the station. Okay. The station has stairs and it's got an escalator. Most of the time, people walk down the escalator. I'm walking down the escalator. There's a lady in front of me. There's a train already at the station. And there's this older man sitting there. He walks down one step, stops, walks down a couple steps, stops, walks down another couple steps, and then stops. And I'm like, just walk, just walk so I can catch this train. We get to the bottom of the platform. Okay, the lady in front of me, she's rushing too. It's both of us behind him trying to get down this escalator, and this man is playing around on the escalator. We get down to the bottom, and you know what this freaking trusty child does? He turns around and gets on the escalator back up. So, what was you going down for in the first place? Just to inconvenience us? And as we get down to the bottom, the train leaves too. And you know, they got a thing here where sometimes older men or men in general, pretty much the equivalent of incels, will bump into women or shove them intentionally, just intentionally inconveniencing or intentionally causing some sort of harm to the woman. So, knowing that, I feel like that was intentional. Because why are you going down the escalator just to go back up the escalator? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're old. You've lived here for how long? How are you confused? Yes, it says where it's going before you even get down there, so I know he did it on purpose. In the station I was at, it only goes one way, so I know he wasn't confused neither. Ted. But that happened to me this week, and that just like ticks me off. So I wanted to tell you guys about it. All right, y'all. I really hope you learned something new. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, leave a comment. You know what to do. I'll get to it as soon as I can. If I'd rather make a video about it, then it'll be in the next video, hopefully. I'll do my best to upload weekly. So if you want to learn more, check it out. If you know anybody who would like to learn more about living in Japan, share it with them. Thank you so much for watching. See ya. See ya.